So let's talk about a big move that the Celtics made to strengthen this roster and put them in a position to win this championship. Jrue Holiday been solid for the Celtics this postseason. He's averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists in the finals, shooting 59% from the field, 42% from three. So during the game, Joel Embiid took time away from his summer vacation to ask an important question. He said, did the Bucks give them, meaning the Celtics, the championship?
I thought it was talking about because they got hurt.
Is that a football? Is that a football he has in his hand?
Yeah.
In his name? Oh.
Yeah, we can get. I mean, you can give Jrue a credit, but it wasn't just Jrue that got there.
Yeah.
Porzingis got there. Like they got rid of Marcus Smart, right? They got
tough decision for Brad Stevens to make.
Yeah, that's what they got rid of Marcus Smart, brought in some other pieces, right? So it wasn't just one piece that came over. It was a collection of pieces that played well together. But yes, Jrue is a big-ass part of it.
So after the game, Jayson Tatum echoed those same sentiments as Embiid.
I don't know how they let us get him, but I'm so happy that we got Jrue on our team, and we just very fortunate. And he just makes winning plays. He's obviously been here and won the championship. And more than anything, he raises everybody else's level on defense, right? On a team like we have, you don't want to be the weakest link on defense, right? We all take pride in guarding our yard, and it starts with Jrue Holiday, and we all just trying to match his level.
And this is what I'll say about Jrue. Championship level experience, so knows what it takes to get to that ultimate level.
Yeah.
Coming in the situation now, you took some heat in Milwaukee with some of those playoff issues in years past, not performing up to expectations. Now gets to come here and be a fourth, fifth option. Still gets to lock in defensively, do what he does, play with two dynamic talents in Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I know to your point, Porzingis a big
player. He's a basketball player.
Yeah, so why is he taking heat for anything? If you look at his total all-around game, it's never just been predicated on him scoring. So the people are fucking crazy.
Because at that moment in time, they needed scoring.
They did. I hear you, absolutely 1,000. But he did so much other things.
Yeah, but I think that move is the move, though. I think what B said though about like the Bucks giving up Jrue. I mean, I know we said like we would do that trade for Dame, but like would we still do it?
Would you?
Like,
I would ask you to take it further. Would you do that trade for Dame if you knew that Jrue would end up on the Celtics?
I initially said no.
I don't think I'd, like, if I'm the Bucks, I don't think I'd make that move to let let Jrue go to, because listen, they might have a chance.
They didn't let Jrue go to Celtics.
They let him.
You remember he went to Portland.
Go period. I wouldn't have traded. I wouldn't have made.
I wouldn't trade him at all. I'm just saying, like, because now you put Boston in a position where they can win it the next 2
But what I'm saying is, you didn't know he was going to Boston. But if you keep Jrue, you're keeping Jrue with your same team.
Yeah.
Right? It's your same team.
Mm-hmm.
So Middleton ain't playing well. Like you.
But this is no knock on Dame. But that
means so now you have to keep his same production. With now you don't, you know what I mean? That's the move. So, you know.
But that squad lost to the Heat because Giannis was hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying
they did a lot.
So now, and that was the problem. Giannis is not hurting. Can you step up? And that's what they're judging him on.
And that's a fair assessment.
Chris was hurt, so you asking Jrue to be this
somebody that he ain't never.
Yeah. So it's like, so you trade me because. What, you want me
I didn't average 35?
Yeah. Like, nobody's on this team is averaging 35. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough decision because it's, I
think at this point, both teams, like, Bucks moving forward, they probably do need a Dame, right? It just didn't pan out for them right now because they did some stupid shit during the season, right? Trading their coach, somebody getting hurt. So we don't know what they would have been moving forward. So they still got a question mark. Boston needed Jrue.
Yeah.
Right? So we can see in real time that was a great move. Okay. Right now, we don't know what this move is.
So what about
because they were playing all right. They were playing well before Doc got there. So we can't say that this is a horrible move. It ended up being a horrible move after everything fell apart. But we can't really judge it yet.
Yeah.
But Giannis, let's go back 2 years. Giannis hurt for the Heat series. Who knows how good the Bucks would have been.
They could have won that.
Giannis hurt again.
No, they would have got smacked by Denver.
Giannis hurt again this season. Who knows how good the Bucks and Dame, they could have locked in, figured it out, made a run. So it's hard with the hindsight.
That's what I said. Didn't I just say question mark?
So I'm saying it's hard with the hindsight aspect of it. to know just how good it would be. But again, if you're sending Jrue to the Blazers, you keep him in the Western Conference. Really, you keep him any team besides the Celtics.
We didn't know that. We didn't know them motherfuckers gonna do that.
Cronin, a petty individual, pettiness reigns through.
Yo, how many years you giving the Bucks?
Shit.
How old is Giannis? 29? 29? Dame is what? 30?
30.
32? Huh?
Dame is 33. He'll be 34 July 15th.
Oh, so he 30.
So he about to turn 34?
Shit. 2 years.
2, 3 years. It all depends. If they can get something that's in the 25, 26, 27, somebody that around that age,
You know what?
you'll be all right.
Who?
Don't know.
You're going to need something.
I was just throwing out an age. Even though that player might not be around right now. Shit. Because it's all old heads coming in, right?
Yeah. So what, you give the Bucks 2 years?
Brandon, you still think this Bucks
The
squad?
contract's gonna do it. Right, the contract's gonna expire.
Yeah, Lopez, that's what I'm saying. You're talking about Lopez he's older, he's gonna come off, Middleton's coming off.
They gotta stop this fucking nepotism shit though. Right? Sign Robin Lopez because you got Brooke. You sign fucking Thanasis because you got Young. Like, them real roster spots, man. Like, them real jobs, the motherfuckers that could possibly help you when you need them. I'm just saying, this is called a spade a spade. Like,
It's like
them real roster spots.
now what they call them on the planes now? Emotional pets.
Emotional support dog.
Yeah, that's all it is. Emotional support dogs. They're here for my well-being.
Calm down, Timmy. Calm down.
I got him, coach.
Calm
Relax.
down, Timmy.
Relax, big fella.
Last question for you guys. Tatum deserved more credit for how he's played in the finals.
Yes, of course. I mean, this season. I mean, this season. It's it's really unfortunate, man. Is everybody is compared to the past, but you don't compare the past to the present to really see how good the guys are, right? You know, we can talk about all the championships that people have done and where they did, but you don't compare how they started versus how these guys are starting, right? You're talking about a guy who's going to win a championship at 26. He's been to the finals this many times, right? And this is a failure. But there's guys who are considered top 10 legends who wasn't even in none of these situations at this same time in their career, at the same age in their career. So you're penalizing this guy for being great but failing at a young age over someone who didn't even make it to these feats. But when he did get there, they took off, right? Most of these guys, besides like a Magic Johnson, right? Larry Bird came in at the age of 22, turned 23 then that time. Most of these guys, when they became 26, 28, when they were in the position to dominate, they took over, right? But we don't give the credit to these guys for having this type of success early, and the narrative always change to fit whatever narrative they want to use against a player, right? Right, when he had all the stats, he can't win. Now he's in a position to win. Well, he don't have the stats, right? So at this point, it's just go win.
That's it.
Let history protect your legacy, because obviously they're not.
Yeah, like you gotta sometimes like you're not coming in and having the same team that Magic did. You're not coming in having the same team that Bird did, more than likely.
Yeah.
So these guys, you got to fail sometime to succeed, right?
Sure.
You got to take your lumps. They've taken their lumps, losing and within the media, they're taking their lumps. So now they're on the verge of succeeding and getting over that doubt and that hurdle that's haunted them in the past. Let's praise it. Instead of finding something negative to say, like it just, that's what people thrive on. We know that, the negativity and
They try to break it.
try to break it down. Like it's sad, but that's the society that we live in these days. But Yeah, no, you got to take your lumps, man. They didn't take in theirs, man, and they on the verge of doing something special, getting their first. They can keep this thing together, man. They got something special.
Yeah.
Right now they learning what it takes to win at this time of year now. Right? They've been there before, came up short. Been there, come up short.
Yeah.
This is it for them right now, and they've learned from their mistakes. They learned from the things that they didn't do in the past. Organization did a good job keeping them two together, add pieces to what they already have. Well, also with the success and bringing a winner in Jrue, I think was very, very much a very great moment for them. I'm saying, as far as him being a winner, and so man, like you got to praise the moment, man. You definitely got to praise the moment.
Yeah, you got to praise him. I really don't like the comparison thing anyway, though. Like when they're comparing, certain guys to guys who came into the league before them, just because times are different, your teams are different, salaries, everything is just different. But I think a lot of the hate come from because, he might have a chance to run off 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
So you got to throw out that narrative to try to see if you can, divide them to the Browns and the Tatums because they have a chance to, possibly go back again next year with the team that they have and, being able to do something that, a lot of, Boston wasn't able to do in a long time, so.
Yeah, and I think this is teaching Jayson Tatum, like you said, just the quote that he made, when you score more, being a facilitator when his shot wasn't going now, I think it's going to help them, to your point, be in the same position next year and the year after that because he's learning, like, okay, I can, this is how I need to play in order for us to win.
And that's okay.
And we as hoopers, we like,
shit.
All right, cool, bro. Like, that's what you got to do to win. Go out there and average your 24, 20, whatever it is, and 8 assists. 9, like, we cool with that. We cool with you averaging a double-double. Like, you going out there averaging 11 rebounds and 8, 9.
Yeah.
We are cool with that. And averaging 24, 23, 24 points. I'm like, damn, Jayson Tatum fucking balling.
Yeah, the one series I had to average 27. Right. This series, 22.
Yeah.
We got out of all of it. That's
Winning, right? 10 straight
That's the
wins.
formula.
We're winning.
So if they're winning, it don't matter,
It's the
right?
formula.
That's the problem because unless you're an athlete, people don't realize the sacrifice. Like the point, if it's football, right? If I'm the main receiver, right, and I'm catching goddamn 3 touchdowns, and then the final game, the defense is focused on me, and now they can't call my play, I'm not going to just be out there like, it ain't coming to me, I'm not going to run, which gives the telltale sign that everything is going. No, I'm going to run my route like I supposed to, so he can get the, because at the end of the day, everything I did, if it didn't lead to it, then it was pointless, right? So these guys, this Boston team, because of the pain that they've all been through, they've understood at the end of the day, if we don't lose, we both look stupid. They're gonna be saying which one of us gotta go.
Absolutely.
Right? One of us gotta go. Right? Which means we ain't like we might not ever win a championship if they split us up. Right now, we are young enough. And that's why I was saying, like, why would I they not even old enough to be.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. A couple years ago, the years they went to the finals, I believe they started with 24 and 25 or something like that, and that was the whole narrative. Need to break this squad up. We know what the real messaging was. Get rid of Brown, stay with Tatum. If you're talking about splitting that duo up, I don't think under any circumstance would you have talked about moving Tatum, who was a franchise player at that point. They go on losing the finals. These narratives persist, continue. Now they're on the verge of winning the championship. Ken, like you said, now they know how to win a chip. Had the best team in the league. This is scary hours for the rest of the league, just in terms of that roster, that squad.
Who upstairs?
Danny Ainge, right?
And who else?
Who?
Or Brad Stevens.
Thank you.
Who upstairs? Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens. Basketball people.
Basketball people. Yep. No dummies.
No.
Not falling for that dumb shit y'all trying to
for a
do.
long time. Right? So Yeah.
I think what Danny Ainge with the Jazz now, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say,
well,
But
he put it together.
was there helping
Put it
build it.
together.
Yeah, exactly. Brad
drafted
Stevens is
Brown
now
and
taking.
Tatum, yeah.
Brad Stevens is now taking.
So how long he been in Utah? A year, two, if that?
probably like
Whatever.
2 years. Yeah.
So, but to my point, it's they put it together and they didn't listen to the outside noise, right? Other organizations would have panicked, other GMs, front offices would have panicked,
Like
and succumbed to the pressures of listening to media.
listening to me, like I'm sorry, but how do you listen to a motherfucker's not like? If this is my building and I'm under here watching it, how am I listening to people that's just watching the game? You're watching the game half-assed probably, right? Here and there on the phone, texting, you see a couple plays here and there, you watch a couple replays, and you telling me who I should trade or who I shouldn't trade? Oh, that's crazy. Forget that. You gotta be stupid to even listen. I looked at the age and didn't listen. Shit, how old is it? 22 and 3? Shut the fuck up, 22 and 23. That shit, half the rookie class is this age. Nah, I'm going, hey, see me in 8 years, goddammit. I'm gonna still have these two in 8 years. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely don't want to leave things on the table.
Two really, really, really good basketball players, man.
Think about the Golden State Warriors. Same three.
That's a fact.
Grew up, same three. Let's go. We can.
We're gonna take these lumps.
They're gonna figure it out. Shit, you keep them up, you keep them together long enough, they're gonna figure it out. If they're good enough.
Piece. Okay.
Opportunity.
Piece.
Run it off
this
again.
Piece, nope. This piece. No. Okay.
Yeah, you just. And that's the thing. I don't think most organizations, especially if it's like a puzzle, right?
Absolutely.
Once you get your main piece together, you figure out which pieces go around it, right? And that's what it is. Like if we say Philadelphia, once you had your main pieces, right? You had Ben Simmons, you had Embiid, and you had Jimmy Butler, right? If those three were your main, you build around it. You pull pieces, right? That's it. Now, you don't get rid of main pieces because you might bring in another piece. Now, this piece works for this piece. Now, this other piece that used to play well with this piece, now he might not look good. Now, you got to get rid of this piece and then bring in another piece, right? And then now you got all these mismatched pieces that these three were your main. They played well together. From there, you just build around of it.
Yeah, buddy.